What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Smell Good Feel Good. I'm Cody, and in today's video I'm going to be ranking some Creed fragrances that I got samples of, so stand fast. Thank you very much to all my subscribers and everybody who's stuck with me and supported me and has communicated with me in the comments. I always try to reply to every single person's comment, but if you've been watching and you haven't subscribed yet, please just subscribe, you know what I mean? And then start some discussions down below, because like I said, I'll respond to everybody unless you're like, I don't know, being an ass for no reason. But you know, honestly, I haven't had anybody that's been really rude to me, so that's really cool. Everybody who's commented has just been really chill and open-minded, and I really appreciate it. All right, guys, so you heard me. I am going to be ranking some Creed fragrances that I got samples of. I went to Neiman Marcus the other day and went to the little Creed boutique, and they gave me some samples. I've got 4 samples, and I will be rating them on a scale of 0 to 10 on how much I like them. This will not be a judgment on the performance, as I have not tested them out for that, but let's get started. Okay, so first up is Creed Erolfa. I have actually not smelled this, so this will be a first time for me, and unfortunately they didn't put it in a sample that's an atomizer, so I'm gonna have to like put it upside down, rub my skin, and then, you know, whatever, but here we go. I've heard a lot of people talk about this being a hit or miss Creed fragrance, so let's see. Okay, so this is a very nice, fresh, slightly spicy, woody, citrusy fragrance. I'm definitely getting the citruses. It's like a lime. You know, you get the ambergris too, but it's like lime, ambergris. It's kind of almost aquatic salty. You also get bergamot citrus. So yeah, I actually really like this fragrance. Because it's like a hit or miss fragrance for a lot of people, I was actually expecting not to like it, but I actually do like it. It's very fresh. I feel like this could be worn very nice in a casual type setting or even an office type setting. It's not overpowering, and I honestly don't see how people would not like this fragrance. It's relatively simple. It's not too complicated of a fragrance to get your nose around. Yeah, I like it. A little bit of sandalwood in there. But yeah, right off the bat, off the top, I really like this fragrance. If I was going to rate it from 0 to 10, I would probably give this... I'd probably give this an 8 out of 10. It doesn't blow my socks off, but it's definitely above just average liking it. Yeah, I would see myself wearing this in like an office setting or just casually out in the summertime. Definitely a summer type fragrance. Probably, like I said, it's pretty light. It's not very powerful smelling. It probably would not do that well in the winter. It wouldn't do well at all in the winter time. Probably not so much in the fall. On warmer days in the spring, I could see somebody wearing this though. Alright, yeah, 8 out of 10. Let's move on. Okay, next up is a polarizing release by Creed. It's fairly new. I think it's one of their newest releases. I think it's the second to newest release that they had, and that's Creed Viking. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you, I already know that I like this fragrance. I smelled it for the first time whenever I was hanging out with my grandfather when I went on vacation down in Florida. He doesn't care anything about fragrances. He doesn't own any until now, but he is a huge Creed, or not a huge Creed fan. He's a huge Minnesota Vikings fan. And I went to a Nordstrom, I think it was a Nordstrom, and was smelling fragrances, saw the Creed bottle, and he was walking by and he saw that the Creed bottle said Viking on it. He's like, "Hey, Cody, this says Viking on it." I was like, "Yeah, it's Creed's new fragrances." He's like, "Is it any good?" I was like, I heard it's like hit or miss with people." And he says, "Yeah, but it says Viking on it." Because he likes anything that says Viking because of the Minnesota Vikings. Plus, it's my step-grandfather. His ancestors were like Vikings. And so he asked the lady how much for it. She told him how much it was, and he said, "I'll take it." And he bought it right there on the spot, his one and only fragrance, only because it says Viking on it. But anyways, so it's been a while. It's been a couple years since I smelled this, so let's give it a whirl. Okay, I like this fragrance. I'm one of those people that really like it. It is kind of a classic type scent. A lot of people say it's like a niche version of Old Spice, and I could see that. It's, it almost has like a barbershop aftershave type smell to it. You get pink pepper, then there's this nice mint to it, and then you get some lavender, a little bit of citrus notes in there as well. This is a unique fragrance to me because it's spicy and warm, yet because of that mint, it also makes it kind of refreshing at the same time. So this fragrance, Creed Viking, I could see this being a dressed up fragrance for anybody. And then if you were maybe a slightly older gentleman, maybe, 40s plus, this would be a good fragrance to just wear anytime. But yeah, if you're a younger guy, if you're in your 20s or whatever like me, I could see you maybe wearing this dressed up, but maybe not so much wearing it just casually. And this is probably close to a year-round fragrance, maybe not so much in the hottest of summer days, but more like a spring, fall type fragrance, maybe on the cooler days of the summertime. But I could see how it could be a little cloying because it does kind of project pretty good and is slightly sweet. But yeah, so for this one, I would probably rate this like an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10 for me. It just smells classy to me. Classy and classic. All right, let's move on. Okay, so next is their most recent release, and that is Aventis Cologne. I can already smell it. This projects pretty well, at least in the opening. Okay, I know a lot of people didn't like this when it first came out, especially for the price or whatever, but I like it. I like it a lot. So with this, I do get the Aventis type feel from it, but it just doesn't have quite as much depth. So you get a lot of musk, you get some citruses, but no pineapple. A touch of that kind of smoky woodiness from the birch, but not a whole lot. You get a little bit of vetiver, but it's a refreshing, not very earthy type vetiver. Maybe some ginger in there. I don't know if there's ginger in there or not. But anyways, this is probably a more casual version, maybe even office-safe version of Creed Aventis. I really like it. It's just very refreshing. Definitely good for the summer. And probably only good for the summer. I don't know how well it performs. Right now it projects pretty well, but I don't know about the longevity or whatever. But I would definitely say this is a great summertime fragrance. It is better than Aerolfa. I mean, honestly, in terms of freshies, I'm more of a gourmand winter type person. I like those kind of fragrances with like tobacco and all that other stuff. But this is a bright, refreshing, citrusy fragrance that I really like and can stand by. So I'll give this one, like, in comparison to other freshies, I'll give this a 10 out of 10. Okay, that might rub some people the wrong way, but it's just my opinion, guys. Maybe my taste isn't as sophisticated or whatever as your all's. I don't know, but I like it. Is it worth the price? Probably not, but you know, definitely get it off of a discounter if you can. I could see me rocking this in the office or just with the, you know, the white t-shirt look. You know what I'm saying? It's good, and I think it is a kind of people-pleasing, mass-appealing fragrance. Okay, so let's move on to the last one that I'm going to review, and that is, you know, the king, Creed Aventis. All right, so I don't think I need to talk about this one a whole lot. I smelt a lot of clones of this, but I've only recently really have gotten my nose on the real deal. I've smelt it once before a long time ago, so in my mind I know what it smells like. But Creed Aventis, let's do this. All right. Okay, so kind of reminiscent of Aventis Cologne, except a little bit more depth, more smokiness. I get a lot more like bergamot right now. Not a whole lot of pineapple at the moment. So it's not screechy. It's not quite smooth right now in the opening. It is slightly screechy, but I think this is it for all of you batch people out there. This is 19U11 that I'm smelling. But that bergamot at the beginning, you know, this is musky, slightly smoky. I'm getting a lot of bergamot, and that bergamot is just a little screechy, but it's not like Club de Nuit intense opening type screechy. But it's starting to mellow out, and that pineapple type feel is starting to come through a little bit. To me, it's not really a photorealistic type pineapple, but it still smells really good. I guess there's a little bit of apple in there as well, and maybe I'm smelling more of the apple with the bergamot mix instead of just the pineapple. Maybe not. A little bit of that black currant as well. I did test this out the other day, and it performed really, really well on me. I put it on before I went to bed, and then the next day woke up. I put it on at like 8 p.m., and then the next day woke up, and I could still smell it on the back of my hand until about 10 a.m. So it performed really well on me, but I noticed that there was, in that very end dry down, I noticed that there was some kind of note in it that reminded me a little bit of something in Baccarat Rouge 540. And I believe that was probably the ambergris. So I think with Baccarat Rouge 540 and Creed Aventis, I can finally really differentiate the smell of ambergris. More so than before. But yeah, so Creed Aventis. When can you wear it? You can wear it in the spring, summer, and fall. Obviously, Aventis Cologne would probably be better on the hotter days of summertime. And you could wear this in an office setting and casually, but I think maybe slightly more dressed up casually. You know, you don't want to, like most of the time I'm just wearing the same clothes that I go to the gym in. And so I probably wouldn't want to wear Creed Aventis with my gym clothes, but I would wear Aventis Cologne with my gym clothes. So maybe Aventis Cologne is slightly more versatile, but Creed Aventis is still, you know, a very unique fragrance in terms of what other things have been released. Obviously, it's being cloned like crazy and all that jazz. And other designers and stuff like that are kind of coming out with their own interpretations. But yeah, I would say this is like a 9.5 out of 10 for me. Yeah, the only reason it's not a 10 out of 10 is because it's just slightly less versatile, in my opinion, than Aventis Cologne. Alright, everybody, so there you go. That was rankings on 4 different Creed fragrances. I hope to get some more samples in the future and rank those. I did smell some other fragrances there by Creed that I liked, and I could have swore I got samples on them, but I guess maybe the lady wasn't listening. But, you know, that's whatever. She was gracious enough to give me what she did give me. I didn't even ask for them. She was just like, hey, you want some samples? I'll give you samples of whatever you want. I was like, okay. I would like to try, you know, I smelled Creed Himalaya on a card, and I was expecting to like it, but I didn't really like it. But I'd like to test it out on my skin and really kind of explore it to see how I feel about it. Obviously, I like Creed Silver Mountain Water, Creed Green Irish Tweed. I got my nose on Royal Oud, and I'm still trying to grow into oud fragrances. So I'm not sure how I feel about Royal Oud right now, but I need to get samples of those, test them out, and I'll tell you guys what I think about some of those. So anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please, out of these 4 Creed fragrances, tell me what you would rank them from 0 to 10 down below in the comments. Anyways, guys, again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.